warped audio. Good sign of things to come.
Sears Roebuck presents Motionless Vixens with Flannel.
Who's the best-dressed lady in town?
Not you.
Why, she's down on Main Street now. And look, she's the center of everyone's attention.
Just
They
look at the
can't
mass
take their
humanity
eyes
checking
off
out
her.
that supermodel.
And how they talk about her. So smart. Simply stunning. I wish I could wear it. She looks just like one of the models in the magazines.
Wanted highlights for
As a
children
matter
have
of fact,
centerfolds.
that's just what she is. A model. And every inch a lady. You're her Pygmalion. You know, that guy who brought a statue to life.
Ah, so like
And
those
if you
kids
think
from Weird
about it a
Science.
minute,
Got it.
That's just what you do every week.
Stare in terse
You
judgment
bring
of how
her
the
to
women
life
folk are flaunting
for all
themselves
those
these
women who
days.
stop and stare and want to look the way she looks.
Like a lady waiting for a bus that
hers
will
is
never
the look
come.
of high fashion. The look they see in Harper's Bazaar
Looking out at you with their dead
and
eyes.
Vogue. And with your help, in the windows and interiors of Sears retail stores. Remember, she's a lady, so when you handle her, treat her gently.
Hashtag me
Just
too?
in case, a plastic bag to protect her face is a
Hashtag
good
me
idea.
too?
She may not look like much when you take off her clothes.
Okay, I'm getting very uncomfortable now.
Those measurements would never give Marilyn Monroe any competition.
Wait, Marilyn Monroe
But this
then
is
or
one lady
Marilyn
who's
Monroe
been
now?
specially constructed to look better in clothes than out.
Who's this film for,
And it's your
Dexter?
job as a fashionist to see to it she wears those clothes well. Okay, Professor Higgins, let's see what you can do with your fair lady.
No torso
First
by
of all,
George. I think she has
some
no
advanced
torso.
planning is essential. No woman
Like how to
ever got
lay out
dressed
your kill
without.
room and where to hold the barrels of
So you
lye.
begin by carefully choosing her costume from your fashion merchandise.
Like the
Her
ones
dress
Mother
must be
wore.
clean and well pressed. Naturally, it must be the very latest in style and color.
Like a
For this
picnic
lady
outside a
won't be
benzene
satisfied
factory.
with following the crowd. She's got to be ahead of it.
Would be nice if she could see her head
Your
again
Spotlight
first.
service book and quarterly marketing guide will
That's a
keep you on
glib
top
way
of
of
the
describing your
latest fashion
diary of
trends.
death.
Just as important as her dress are her accessories. Shoes, bag,
Besides the plastic one cutting off her oxygen, of course.
gloves,
Nylon for her, nitrile-free surgical for you.
umbrella,
To be collected as evidence.
hat.
I wouldn't be caught dead wearing
These accessories must all be carefully coordinated with the dress. For as style setter of Main Street, USA, her completed costume has to be correct. That means accessories for dressy dresses must be dressy, not tailored. While accessories for tailored dresses must be tailored, not dressy.
Does this necklace say, "Have at my carotid artery" to you?
And please, no more than 2 or 3 colors to a color scheme.
Taking into account that blood red has already been
The
chosen.
same dress, correctly accessorized, would look like this.
Okay, seriously,
Give this
when are the
look of
police
fashion
arriving? We
life.
clearly have a
You need a
serial
mannequin.
fashion criminal on our hands
But not
here.
just any mannequin. For as you know, they come in all shapes and sizes. And you need the right shape and the right size for the right dress.
Okay, this is just getting worse and
There's
worse.
the adult miss range. These mannequins wear sizes 10 or 12. And the junior miss range, wearing sizes 9 or 11. There's the young
Should we
junior
be
range,
blurring these
wearing
fake
sizes
boobs?
5 or 7. And the petite junior range.
Stop saying
wearing
junior.
Sizes 5 or 7 for the figure 5'1" or under. The torso is shaped to the cut of the dress.
Not by the number of incisions.
The difference may only be a few inches. But what a difference a junior size on an adult misform can make.
Really?
Good grooming is important too. So choose your mannequin with care.
Make sure she's clean and comes
Hair
from a
in
good
place.
socioeconomic background.
That's better.
Breeding.
Makeup on. Nails manicured.
What happened to her pointer finger?
One sour
Oh, it's
note is
trophy,
all
obviously.
it takes to spoil the perfect
Well, we
composition.
really need to call Olivia Benson in on this one. The sooner we hand this one off to SVU,
Actually,
the better.
you got it easy. For no lady was ever more obliging than this one.
Could be said of anyone in the prone position, really.
Look, interchangeable parts.
Okay, Dr. Moreau, he's up
Interchangeable
already.
as long as you've got the right arm on the right side, of course. But now with merchandise and mannequin selected, it's time to get the lady clothed.
Of course, after the first 4 or 5, you won't even hear the cracking of bones.
Removing the lower torso from the vertical rod and standing it upside down,
Alright, you're watching Cannibal Holocaust, only on the DIY network.
we start with the hosiery.
I can just hear his creepy humming as he runs those stockings.
Carefully rolling the hose so as not to snag
Stop
or
it.
run. Then, starting at the toe and drawing it over the legs. Seams on straight?
Does it matter?
What a help you'll be to your wife.
Whoa, very presumptuous of the narrator to think he's still married.
Hey, Frank, whatever did become of Mildred?
Oh, we're still off in Canada skiing. Yeah, skiing. Oh, I knew it. Here comes the tape.
Next, grip the toe of the hose between thumb and forefinger and give it 2 or 3 turns, stretching it away from the heel and taping it to the bottom of the foot. This will prevent bunching up when shoes are placed on the feet.
Of course, rigor mortis
The
makes this
shoes must be
way
the
more
right
easy.
size and fit snugly. But never use a shoehorn. It will cut her hosiery, besides damaging those beautiful legs.
You're letting her run around with a missing digit? Why should the legs be fully intact?
Back onto the peg for you.
With the leg section back on the vertical rod, make sure the set screws at the top and bottom of the rod
The
are
less said
firmly
about this
tightened.
part, the better.
The hosiery can be supported by a small strip of masking tape placed at the top of the hose. This is the time to put on her petticoat, if it's a full-skirted effect you're after. First, a strip of tape around the waist.
I mean, at this point, I thought you'd be making flank steaks with her.
And then, the tissues.
Way to catch any escaping embalming
Tissue
fluid.
paper does just as well as the real thing. For as any girl can tell you, a certain amount of cheating has always been part of the dressing game.
Maybe that's the motive in all this. Maybe he caught her cheating.
This is what happened the night the lights went out in Georgia.
After a bit of
Is
crimping,
God making these
she's
appear out
ready
of
for the
thin air?
dress.
Is he telling this guy to do these things, quote unquote?
the skirt goes over the lower torso, carefully
Naturally.
arranged to conceal those petticoats. No slip showing on this lady.
She must look prim and proper before I take her back to Mother's.
Then the upper torso is
Ladies,
placed
have you
over
checked
the
your waist knobs lately?
and turned into position. The
All this
bodice
cutting
of the
room floor
dress
footage
is
of
fitted
Janet
over the
Leigh
torso
really puts Psycho in
and
an even
smoothed in
darker
place.
perspective.
Put on the first arm. Then you're ready for the jacket. Slipping the jacket over the arm, place the other arm through the sleeve of the jacket from the
Tell
rear
us to
protect
remove
the
the
lady's
plastic
face.
bag from around her face, Mr. Narrator.
Very shoddy instruction film. Very shoddy indeed.
Don't forget those all-important details. Buttons buttoned. Zippers fastened.
Fighting stance of the arms lessened.
Sleeves straightened.
Check that waist knob once more.
Waist fitted. Collar adjusted.
To hide the ligature marks.
Now the belt is placed around the waist.
I'm starting to worry
Adjusting
about
is
what happened to her
necessary.
hands.
Paperclip should be
I'm
used
sensing a
instead of
fatal
pin.
attraction type thing in the near future.
It's time for the final touches. The accessories that make the costume correct and complete. To make
Hands
things easier,
are
the gloves are
accessories.
placed on the
Noted.
hands before attaching the hands to the arms.
Come on, baby. Let's do the twist.
The hat may be positioned straight on or at an angle, depending on the style.
Unsuspecting victim, or she saw it coming.
The bag should match the shoes.
The handbag. Seriously, what happened to the head bag?
I guess he recycles them?
Nice and clean, so Mother won't be mean.
And the umbrella should be posed in the hand as naturally as possible.
Natural, be cool.
Who holds an umbrella like that with an arm raised? How is that natural?
When everything is in place, check to see that the skirt hangs evenly.
And doesn't reveal
With a
that
straight
godforsaken tent pole
or
holding
if it
her
isn't
up.
perfect,
Ugh.
Pinning the dress at the rear with a few pins will sometimes be necessary.
You know, just all the
The
trinkets
picture
he's
seems
collected
to be
over the
perfect.
years.
From the others.
Gloves, bag, umbrella, jewelry. Jewelry. Hey, wait a minute.
Oh, damn it, it's the cops.
Isn't that
Run!
Overdoing it just a little. Sometimes certain accessories are appropriate, and sometimes not. Let
You
the lady
dismembered
show
and
you what
reattached this
every
woman
woman
for the
knows.
last 15 minutes, and the necklace
Sometimes
is
a mere
overdoing it?
The changing of a hemline can be enough to create the look of fashion. And that, after all, is what you're selling.
How to be a soulless husk?
You can give a stationary look, motion,
Or the
by
look of
pinning
fleeing
back a
your
skirt
attacker.
and pulling back an arm. Whether the look you're after is sophisticated or dainty, elegant or casual.
Oh,
A
hello,
few
Mr.
simple
Murderer.
tricks
Fancy seeing
is all
you
it takes to
here.
dress her down or dress her up. For the tricks
A
that
real
every
simple
woman
process
knows
you got
are
here.
the tricks that make you, the fashionist, a master of your art.
The Fashionist, as he began to be
One
called in the
thing more.
illustrated tabloids in and around
Background
London in the
touches are
late
nice for
1800s.
atmosphere. But how about using a little feminine psychology here?
Okay, I'd
What
love to
woman
hear
ever
what he
wanted
knows
to play
about feminine
second fiddle
psychology.
to a background? She wants to make the impression, not the foliage.
But the foliage was where
And
he
speaking
returned
of
her
feminine
after he was
psychology,
done.
here's a final tip. She'll need a new dress every week. And at that, you're getting off easy.
The
What
joke
other
to that
woman would wear
line
the
is what's
same
getting
dress
off easy.
7 days running. Remember, she's got to be the best dressed lady in town.
You mean the mortuary?
For hers is the look of fashion, the look that you've created. There she is, Professor. Your fair lady.
I think you ought to call this one the Lazy Susan, because
You know
that's
you've
what she's
succeeded
spinning
in
on,
bringing
you
her
sick
to
freak.
life. When all the women who stop and stare and sigh, I wish
Something's
I
not
could wear
right
it.
here. Oh my
what?
God,
Actually-
she's still alive!
Whoa, no!
This film brought to you by the new Kenmore Mace Sprayer.
And the missing persons unit.